already know the drill. We back again with another episode of Buckle Up with the Boys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. So strap on your seatbelts, because it's all pedal to the metal from here. And without further ado, your amazing host, Drew, Billy.
Welcome back to another episode of Buckle Up with the Boys, here with your host, DB, and host Trevor Dinsmore. Trevor, how are you doing again on this beautiful winter night?
I only got one question for you, Billy, and that is, where's Ryan Day at?
Oh, boy.
Where's Ryan Day at? Is he off losing to Michigan somewhere? Is he off in a sea of Ohio State fans that hate his guts even though he wins every other game? Is he off praying to God that he lets up the Irish and saves his job with a national championship?
Yeah.
Or again, he could be off plotting his next post-game interview, insulting perhaps Marcus Freeman or Dan Devine or Lou Holtz again, Ara Parseghian. He might just go down the list of former Notre Dame coaches and constantly take low blows at him. But that's not going to matter. That's not going to matter because Notre Dame's going to win the national championship on Monday and shove it right back in all those Ohio State fans' faces. That's how I'm doing, Billy.
Very intense week here coming up.
Oh, yeah. And I'm wearing the jersey for good luck.
Yes.
Worn it the last week or two, and it has brought us good fortune. And I will say to Penn State, good game. That was a hell of a battle.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry for some of the things that I said to some of you. I know I was texting you some not obscene things, but just some overly confident and perhaps borderline mean. Got caught up in the heat of the moment, had a few brewskis in me, but good game. And I hope to see Penn State back in the playoff next year with Drew Aller, with Katron Allen, and Nicholas Singleton, who all will be returning for their senior/super senior seasons.
Mm-hmm.
Only big loss is Tyler Warren in that regard. So we got to figure that out. Otherwise, I obviously Abdul Carter as well, among others. But I think Penn State will be back.
Yeah, no, it was a good game. A lot of emotions. But, you know, that's the beauty in sports. That's why we talk about sports.
Yep. And shout out to Kirk Herbstreit on College Game Day. He basically called game on how that game was going to end, said it was going to come down to a turnover late in the game and Notre Dame's going to get it. Lo and behold, that's what happened. Christian Gray got that interception in the final seconds. Notre Dame kicks a game-winning field goal. And onward to the national championship on January 20th, 6 short days away. Despise that it's on a Monday, but I guess they can't really compete with the NFL Saturday, Sunday, and the divisional rounds. So, I mean, I don't know. Put it on a Friday then. I don't know.
I would have liked it on a Friday. Mm-hmm.
I prefer it on a Friday because now it interferes with Raw, and it's, but Raw happens every week. A Notre Dame national championship happens once in a blue moon. Hasn't happened since 2012. So, you know what I'll have on my big screen. Right.
No, but yeah, getting into it here. A lot of headlines over the past week. A lot of changes. Yes, we will be talking about the Steelers game. I know a lot of people enjoy me and Trevor's takes. If you are a hardcore Steeler fan and you believe in what's going on, we're going to have to give you some tough love when we get to that segment. But anyways.
The vibe I've gotten, Billy, is angst and frustration for the most part. So I think we're more preaching to the choir than we are giving tough love. Yeah.
No. But no, tough love was given to Mike McCarthy's era in Dallas. Good play in there.
Wasn't even intentional. We just improv this shit. So
McCarthy will not return as the Cowboys head coach for the 25 season, as the two sides could not come to terms on an agreement on the length of the new contract. Over McCarthy's 5-year tenure, it ended with a 49-35 regular season record and a 1-3 playoff ledger. A lot of conversations on who's going to take that vacancy, Trevor. But my question is, I guess, to you and I think to the viewers out there, Mike McCarthy have a job somewhere, and where is that?
I think so. I know the Saints were eager to reach out, as were the Bears. And I think there was a couple other teams on that list too, maybe Jacksonville.
Mhm.
So he will find a job with what he did in Dallas and with the way that organization runs, where coaches usually don't have a lot of control or a lot of say in what goes on organizationally. It's more what goes on in the practice facilities, in the locker room, and obviously on the football field. Jerry Jones pretty much controls everything else. And what he was able to do in, what was it, 4 seasons in Dallas, he did pretty good for himself, or 3 seasons in Dallas, whatever it was. Obviously, what was it, 4, 5? Oh, it was 5. Holy shit!
Yeah, I know.
Like,
time goes fast, man. I'm telling you.
I guess, but no, he had a pretty good tenure. He had a pretty good tenure there. A lot of good players, a lot of memorable moments. Some not for the right reasons. Made the playoffs 4 times out of 5, or I think it was 3 times out of 5 actually. Went 3 straight 12-5 seasons, and then won 1 playoff game out of all that. Obviously, this season, not the result anyone wanted. 7-10, slew of injuries, namely Dak Prescott, Micah Parsons for a while, DeMarcus Lawrence really derailed that team. And, I'm sorry, Cooper Rush isn't a franchise guy.
No.
We see how good relative to the average Dak is. And, Dallas fans sometimes take that for granted. Maybe because he's, a little bit overpaid.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I'll give Mike McCarthy credit. He still knows how to be a head coach in the National Football League, and I think he'll find a home pretty soon, probably within the next couple weeks.
Mm-hmm. I just have to say this, and this might come off maybe off-putting to people, Trevor, but Jerry Jones, Geriatrics asks, here's a quote after he fires Mike McCarthy.
But technically, he didn't fire him; just let his contract expire.
Let his contract expire. But here's a quote. He says, "Mike's one of the best coaches that I think there is." So what? I don't get him. I will never understand this fucking guy.
Does make a lot of comments that are contradictory to reality, I guess. His head is in the clouds, man. He's pushing 80 if he's not already 80, and that's that last thing he's straddling onto is control the Cowboys franchise. So it's like, well, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever. The Dallas is going to be Dallas, and if you want my opinion of who they're going to hire, probably Dion.
Yeah.
And the Cowboys are going to do whatever it takes to go get Shadur.
Yeah, it's
the splashy thing to do. What else is Jerry Jones going to do?
It's a fucking facade, Trevor. I mean, the cheerleaders now, the big signing, and then we'll bring in Shadur and whatever the fuck is going on down there in Dallas. But I have a really good debate time question for the folks out there. Stay around for that. In regards
for all
to
2 hours. Got to stay for all 2 hours.
Yes. But switching over here, another organization, Trevor, that struggled to make it to the playoffs and get a playoff win since 2005. The Washington Commanders. Really showing out against the Buccaneers, 23-20 win. I think we can both agree. We believe in Jaden Daniels. He can play.
Not a question.
But how much further do you think they go in the playoffs here?
Oh, let's see. Who do they got next?
I believe
they got the Lions next. They're probably losing.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. They got the Lions on the road. They're running into a buzzsaw.
Yes.
They're running into the Steelers, same thing. They ran into a buzzsaw. Going to touch on the Broncos here in a minute. They ran into a buzzsaw. Commanders are going to run into a buzzsaw in the divisional round. I think it'll be a good game, though. Spread's 9.5 on ESPN Bet. Not sure what it is on FanDuel, but Commanders could definitely cover that. I could see them losing by a touchdown, keeping it close. But ultimately, Lions, they've had the resolve all season. They're going to have the resolve in the divisional round as well. They're not going to disappoint their home fans.
I agree with you.
But yeah, credit to the Commanders for their wild card win. Probably game of the weekend. Definitely the closest margin of the weekend. And it ended with Zane Gonzalez.
Yeah.
Doinking in a field goal to win the game. Oh, it's a beautiful sight.
The amount of kickers they've went through.
I'm guessing you saw that clip of him tweaking out on the sidelines.
Well, and I forget what show, and I don't mean to take your.
No, please go ahead. Go ahead.
Not give their flowers, but they were. I forget what show it was. They were talking about him doing that, and then I think McAfee was McAfee talking about licking the lip, licking the hands, tightening up the gloves to make sure it's okay. Like there's all these athletes have weird tics. And that's all right. I mean, if it's a fucking double doink and it goes in, I guess his little tick there worked. I don't know.
No, it went. The field goal went in. It went in, and they got a road playoff win, which that was the only road playoff win of the weekend.
Right? Who the fuck would have thought? But,
yeah, the other games weren't too particularly appetizing to watch. The Broncos game looked like it was going to be, but ended up being a blowout.
Disaster.
But more in Washington, Jaden Daniels, 268, 2 touchdowns, also had 36 yards rushing. Washington only had 82 rushing on the game. So really relied on Jaden Daniels' arm and timely defensive stops to get them over the hump there. Terry McLaurin, 7 for 89. De'Ami Brown, 7 for 89. Both of those guys had the touchdowns. Bobby Wagner, pretty key, had a fumble recovery in the game as well. And Zane Gonzalez, 3 for 3 on his kicks, or on his field goals, 2 for 2 on extra points. Made every single one of his kicks, and that's winning football. That's winning football for you. Controlled time of possession, didn't turn the ball over. And ultimately ended up winning the game. 8 of 15 on third down as well. Buccaneers were 5 of 9, so not a whole lot of stops on third down. And on top of that, Washington was 3 of 5 on fourth down, so key clutch plays on fourth down there as well. Unfortunately, I did not get to watch the entirety of this game. I think I passed out on my couch, or for some reason I couldn't watch the game, but I ended up waking up for Zane Gonzalez's game-winning kick.
Yeah.
But yeah, good for the Commanders, good for Dan Quinn, good for that new ownership and organization in the front office. Really turned things around, just like that.
Yeah.
You get a good quarterback, that's all it takes. Hint, hint.
Yeah. Well, right. And just before we move on to the Packers game, Daniels became the first rookie to lead his team in passing and rushing in a playoff victory. Pretty fucking good, Trevor. I mean, it's only 36 yards, but fucking.
It led the game for the Commanders, so it's what it is.
Yeah.
Made the plays when he needed to.
Right. Yeah. No. But switching over here, I really thought the Packers after last season, Trevor, against the 49ers, I really thought, holy shit, okay. Are we going to see what we saw last year? You know, the underdog coming in, taking down the giant. But no. 22-10 loss, the Eagles, the Packers suffered. And Jordan Love threw 3 interceptions. Stock completely went down in the card game, just for all the card collectors out there. Not good right now. But also, I do appreciate this, though. Matt LaFleur came to his rescue and did say he believes in Jordan Love and how he competes and how he goes about his business. So any thoughts on this game, Trevor? I mean, just a whole buzzsaw, really.
No, I got you. I mean, the omen was kind of there from the start of the game. On the opening kickoff, Green Bay fumbles the ball. The Eagles go right down the field and score. And it was pretty much all over but the crying. From that point onward, Green Bay playing catch-up the whole game. Jordan Love not efficient with his passes. Few interceptions, including one near the end of the game there. The Eagles kneeled it out after that late in the fourth quarter. Green Bay also turned the ball over on downs. I think it was once, missed a field goal. Just made too many mistakes. Too many mistakes. And this is a classic case of, and I know it sounds cliche, Green Bay beat themselves.
Mm-hmm.
They did. and the Eagles did just enough to win.
Yep.
You know, not overly exuberant stats on their side either. Saquon, 119, didn't have a touchdown. Jalen Hurts had a couple passing touchdowns. Nothing over the top for the Eagles. They only scored 22 points, but that's the type of game that they can win. And they did. They did. Green Bay, you can't make that many mistakes, man. You just can't. You just can't. And time of possession, pretty even. Penalties, pretty even. But key point, turnovers. Turnovers. Green Bay had 4. Philadelphia had 0.
Yeah. No, take care of the ball. I will say this, so I feel bad for the young man, Trevor. He did sign that massive $220 million extension, and the crowd is loud. And I don't know why.
I believe that.
He's still, I think he's a top 10 quarterback. No?
Let's say, like
on a
8
good
or
day.
9.
On a good day. Yeah.
I think he has that potential. That's for sure. Yeah. He's more than serviceable. He's better than average, I can tell you. He's more than serviceable. As the weapons, necessary to do it. Played in a very tough division this year, too. Let's not forget that. They only had 1 division win, and you had 2 14-plus win teams in that division. So it didn't bode well didn't bode well for the Packers. They never really had a shot at a home playoff game, which they haven't had since Jordan Love has taken over starting duties. They went to Dallas last year. Obviously, did what they did against Dallas indoors, not out in the cold, but could not replicate that same upset mentality in Philadelphia.
Yeah, no. But then switching over here, the Broncos-Bills game, it was very loud in this house on Sunday.
I imagine.
I was still licking my wounds from Saturday night, Trevor. It was wonderful. The Bills absolutely fucking saddled up the Broncos. Good play on words there. 31-7.
Are you gonna give yourself a shout out for every time you come up with a good play on words or like a good continuity thing? Are you gonna just do that every time, or are you gonna like pretend it's natural, like you've been there?
No.
Okay.
No. But no, seriously though, Bo Nix though this season, Trevor, I can't remember our predictions, but this season, we were not high on the Broncos. And for them to even be in this game is impressive in itself. I was very impressed by Bo Nix all season long, and I think the way he carries himself. I'm not that big of a fan of Sean Payton, but hey, he coached them to this fucking game. They got their ass kicked, but your thoughts from the game?
For the record, we had the Broncos, both of us, getting 4 wins, 4 this season with Bo Nix. And I think wasn't like Stidham supposed to be their starter initially, and then Nix was supposed to come in. Nix won the job in camp, I believe. What was the question? Thoughts on Bo Nix? Thoughts on the Broncos season?
Yeah. Thoughts on the game too.
For Broncos fans, don't let that one game define your season. You went 10-7. You did pretty well against your division as well. You competed. You got to the playoffs with a rookie quarterback. Yes, you got blown out, but Bo Nix has given you a lot to look forward to. You might have your franchise guy, and you might know it, boom, right now.
Right.
You have that franchise quarterback for you, especially with how much dead cap money that they had sitting on the books, and still make the playoffs and still have something to look forward to next season and potentially the season after that, along with Sean Payton and the boys over there. Denver fans, if you're watching, well, for one thing, what the hell are you doing here? You got like Denver Broncos podcast you could probably be watching. 2, don't smoke too much. And we want us to make sure you're paying attention to what we're saying, and you're not. Yeah. And 3. I don't know why I held up 2 fingers. Most importantly, 3. Be optimistic. Be optimistic for next season. You have a lot to look forward to. Yes, you're going to be in a tough division with the Chargers getting up, with the Chiefs still being the Chiefs. but the Raiders probably aren't going to do much. Gives you an alleyway. Gives you an alleyway to another playoff appearance. I don't know. I think they're going to be fine, especially with that defense too. At defense, other than the Bills game, had a pretty stellar year from what I saw.
Yeah. No. And then really good quote from Bo Nix in his press conference. The way he carries himself, Trevor, I'm very impressed. The cliche good answer would be, we had a winning season. We made it to the playoff. We did something we haven't done in a while. We competed hard against teams that are really good, and we just kind of proved to ourselves that we belong in some of these games, which they did. So, yeah, like Trevor said, don't hang your head. Be proud. God damn it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, be sad for 24 hours. That's right. Mull the loss for 24 hours, celebrate the win for 24 hours. Feel what you need to feel for 24 hours, and then reflect. And then when you reflect, I think you're going to find a lot more good than bad this season for a Denver Broncos fan.
Yeah. No, good shit. But then switching over, big hiring. I think not a lot of people were shocked by this move. The Patriots have made Mike Vrabel their, I believe, 16th coach in their franchise history after moving on from Jared Mayo. The intensity Mike Vrabel brings to the coaching position, Trevor. We see a surge from the Patriots next season.
I say you see some improvement. I don't know about a surge necessarily, just because of the philosophy Vrabel's going to instill in there. It's not going to be like a high-powered offensive style. It's going to be rough, physical football, and it's going to be disciplined football, which is, quote unquote, the Patriot way, right? They tried to continue the Belichick way with Gerard Mayo. That didn't work out. Now you have a guy that's somewhat similar to Bill Belichick, but has actual head coaching experience and has led teams to number 1 seeds in the playoff with his philosophy. So if you're a Patriots fan, and I know Boston Connor's pretty happy, if Boston Connor's a reflection of Patriots fandom, I would say they have a lot to look forward to as well. I think Drake May is your guy. If you are a Pats fan, he's got to fill in the spots around them, and you really, really, really have to patch up that defense because it was god-awful this year.
Okay. No, I agree.
Yep. Protect Drake May. That's priority number 1. That's priority number 1. And don't try to win tough. Well, I shouldn't say. I'm not saying don't try to win, but developing Drake May, number 1 priority right now. Still, don't try and overextend yourself for the sake of winning a few extra games just to peter out in the playoffs. If you go 7-10, you go 7-10. Vrabel's job is going to be secure, but number 1 priority: develop Drake May.
Fair enough. Yeah. No, I agree. No, he showed he can be a franchise quarterback, Trevor. I think this season. So, no, good takes. I agree. But moving over here as well, the Chargers. God, what a fucking game, Trevor. Was not expecting this. A fucking debacle.
Another one. Yeah.
32-12 loss to the Texans. The Chargers received from them. Jim Harbaugh, I got to say this. I don't like either one of them, the Harbaugh brothers, but I'll say this. To come back after last season being 5-12, Trevor, very impressive season. Justin Herbert, though, the guy needs to take care of the fucking ball.
He shit his pants, man.
I mean, disaster.
4 picks. When have you known Justin Herbert to throw 4 picks? I think he had 6 all season. No, he had 3 all season. He threw more picks in that game than he had all season.
Jesus Christ.
That's insane. That is insane. I could not believe what I was seeing before my very eyes. Absolutely nutty to see the Chargers just absolutely charger again. I thought this was the year they were supposed to stop that.
Right.
But they did it again.
Yeah.
And remind me, remind me next year, and remind me to tell my children and my children's children, do not put money on the Chargers in the first round of the playoffs, because I did, and I lost again.
Right.
I lost $50 when they lost to Jacksonville, and I lost $20 when they lost to the Texans.
And I don't.
Cost me money and heartache. Go ahead.
Oh, it did. No, you're good. I just don't know what happened. It just looked like they came into this game, Trevor, and it just everything that they had all season long, it just was thrown out the fucking window. Herbert's just slinging the fucking ball around. They can't hold on to the ball. What else was there? I don't know if he was in the game or not, and I should know this. Joe Alt. I think his ass was. I think he was playing. His ass was getting blown the fuck up by Will Anderson. I mean, it was just a whole fucking mess. I mean, all around, Trevor.
I think Joe Alt was playing. Let me verify that real quick.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks like he was.
I mean, it just didn't look like the team that I saw in previous games that I've watched.
Yeah,
that's all.
Yeah.
Do I feel bad for Chargers fans? Fuck no. But it is what it is.
I mean, in fairness, I guess Chargers underwent a makeover with Jim Harbaugh getting in there, right? This was their first foray into the playoffs, and once things started to they started to encounter some adversity, it just snowballed in the opposite direction, and it sucked. Sucked. Yeah. Bright spot for them though, Ladd McConkey.
Oh,
dog, absolute dog. Almost had 200 yards receiving, the lone touchdown. He's a good one. He's a good one. I did not think he had what it takes to be a true number one receiver coming into this season. I thought that's where the Chargers were going to struggle. I think I had them at 10-7. They would win some games, but not necessarily in the fashion that they did. So, but no, you had Herbert slinging the ball. You had McConkey catching it, among others. Will Dissly, Quentin Johnston had a nice season. Got the dropsies out the way. Left them in last season.
Yep.
So another good season gone to waste, unfortunately for the Chargers, and the Houston Texans kind of matriculating the whole way through the season, blowing the shit out of the Chargers. Just controlling time of possession. Joe Mixon had another nice game, 106 yards rushing and a touchdown. Nico Collins had 122 yards. Their playmakers made plays when they needed to make plays.
Yeah. Yep.
And, of course, the defense getting 4 picks.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, right. And to the people out there, I love it. The keyboard warriors.
Stingley had 2 of those, by the way. That's what I was trying to remember. Stingley.
Oh yeah, he would. Yeah,
yeah, he's phenomenal. Yeah,
yeah.
I'd like him on the Steelers.
Yeah, he's headhunting, man. He's looking for the ball, ball hawk.
Anyway,
yeah, no, but to the keyboard warriors, I'll say this, and I've seen it a lot of places. I don't know if you have, Trevor, but Justin Herbert's job is not at risk.
No,
let's just make that clear to everybody out there. Jim Harbaugh loves this fucking guy. Would go to war for him.
Yep.
He's not going to be the number QB1. No, that's not even a thought. He's good. He's good. So,
he's safe. They're paying him too much money too.
Yeah, it's not even a thought. Whatever. But
curious as to actually how much he's making. Let me see here. 5 years, 262 through 2029. Yeah, he's not going anywhere.
No, I don't even know what the fuck. Yeah. But
keyboard warriors, you gotta find something to feel good about.
Yeah. And switching over to the topic, I know everybody's excited to see. If you saw the game review, my energy towards this loss to the Ravens. The keyboard warriors are having a fucking field day with this. Mike Tomlin's future with this organization. Trevor, thoughts, feelings on the season for the Steelers in the game on Saturday against the Ravens?
I'll cover the game here first, real quick. Absolutely putrid offensive showing in the first half. Got it going a little bit in the second half, but by then we were behind the 8 ball. And when's the last time you heard of a team 10xing the Steelers in rushing yards. The Ravens had 299 rushing yards in that game.
Yeah.
Steelers had 29. 29. Just stupid.
I'm getting itchy.
Stupid. Yeah, Henry had 186 of those. Lamar had 81. Henry had 2 touchdowns as well. Our leading rusher was Najee Harris with 17 yards. I mean, you just can't have that, especially in a playoff game. You cannot have that happen. The mistakes that we were making, and just could get absolutely nothing going.
Mm-hmm.
You're committing penalties when we couldn't. 7 for 41 yards in the day. Amazingly, didn't turn the ball over. I don't know how we didn't turn the ball over.
Yeah.
For once, we didn't turn the ball over, but we still, we only scored 14 points, and we only had the ball for 20 minutes. Ravens had it for about 40 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime you get doubled up in time of possession, probably going to lose. Probably going to lose, unless you're hitting big plays down the field, which Russ and Mike Williams and George hit a couple of them. I know George got flagged on the one, the offensive pass interference. It was kind of dicey. And I know you kind of called out the refs a little bit, holding calls and so on and so forth. They were going both ways. They were calling that game pretty nip and time. But you can't let the refs decide the game. You got to decide the game. You got to make shit not matter. The Steelers can do that. Steelers couldn't do that. Also only went 5 of 11 on third down, only averaged 7.4 yards per pass. Not great. Not great at all. It was just tough to watch. It was very, very tough to watch. I mean, I will give credit where credit's due. Landon Roberts, 14 tackles on the day, had a hell of a game, had a hell of a season. Patrick Queen, who was playing through the flu, mind you, also had 10 tackles. But they were on the field for, 82, 85 plays, something like that. When your defense is that tired and when they're running the ball down your throat, Derrick Henry was just gashing us the whole time. It was just run up the middle, gash, run up the middle, gash, run up the middle, gash. They threw us Lamar early in space, so we kind of had to key in on him. And I swear, TJ Watt had like 10 tackles on Derrick Henry. 9 of them were when he didn't have the ball.
Yeah.
So Ravens played us. They played us well. They ran Lamar early and then Derrick Henry late.
Yep.
So kudos to the Ravens. Best of luck this week against the number 1 seed. Or no, they're playing the Bills. Sorry, they're not playing the number 1 seed.
Yeah.
It'll be a hell of a game. Best of luck in Orchard Park.
Yeah.
I think I saw the Ravens were actually favored in that game.
Yeah.
Last I checked. Either that or it was a pick'em, one of the two. Ravens still favored by a point, but
very
still
tough.
road favorites. But yeah, Ravens look good, hot at the right time. 5-0 in their last 5. Steelers 0-5 to finish it out. We knew we were limping into that game, and it showed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No. I'll
let you touch on the game, and then we'll talk about Mike T and future.
Game review. Kind of laid it out there, Trevor.
You did.
The holding. And I had a lot of people text me about that. They didn't like that. I go to the refs. What I was saying in that is both sides, and I didn't make it clear in that post. I just never saw that. I've never seen a game either side, even on the Steelers. No holding. I mean, all around. I mean, there's holding on every fucking football play. I mean, if you're a fan out there and you don't know that, they could call it. But regardless, it's the same fucking offense every year. And I sound like a broken record, and I said in the review, Fickner, boring ass, stale fucking offense, Trevor. Then you have Canada. He's obsessed with the end route, touch pass, whatever the fuck it is.
Obsessed with Gunnar Olszewski.
Yeah. Todd Haley trying to incorporate fucking RPO with Ben. That's not going to work. Le'Veon was hell of a player, but that didn't work. Now you're on Smith, Arthur Smith. The guy's just obsessed with running, but we can't do it.
Yeah, we don't have the old line. We don't have the old line,
and it's just And then we can go through Russ. You can't fucking. I don't know when you watch him, and you've watched a lot of football over years, Trevor. It seems like, and even Kirk Herbstreit said it. That first option's gone. He doesn't know what to do, and it's in the last 5 games. What happened? What the fuck happened to him?
Yeah, I don't know. I have no earthly idea. Maybe it happened when Hard Knocks started. I don't know.
Okay. It might be.
I love Hard Knocks, and I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it was just the weight of expectations, being 10-3, going down that cancerous stretch in those last 4 games.
Yeah.
But you gotta win at least one of those, and you gotta compete in more of them.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta compete, and they didn't compete. They sucked. They were horrible. It was never even a case of whether they were going to win or lose. It was how much are we going to lose by.
Right.
And that was the case against the Ravens. How much are we going to lose by? Right. I don't think we ever got within a touchdown. I think we got within 2 touchdowns 2 separate times. But, got within 2 touchdowns 2 separate times. So holding out hope that obviously never came to fruition. And here we are. Another season in the books, another barely above 500, cashing in the over on the Steelers wins because they always put them at 9.5 or under that.
Yep.
But one and done for the 5th straight time.
The other thing, though, Trevor, and you alluded to it, and it was good, and I did not talk about it. Why the fuck was that the game plan for TJ to tackle Derrick Henry? He knows Lamar has the ball, so just to beat up on Derrick,
it's a read thing. I don't know. To me, it was Baltimore breaking tendency a little bit by running Lamar early and then running Henry late. Usually they run Henry early, and I'm thinking that's what TJ and the rest of the defense was thinking.
Mm-hmm.
And Baltimore broke tendency on it. So I'll give them credit where credit's due for their game plan.
Mm-hmm.
But it looked silly. It looked silly where he was just tackling an empty-handed ball carrier every single down, and Lamar was down the field running for 16, 17, 20 yards.
Right. Yeah. So, and it's 3 yards. And the one play Payne Wilson actually did, and I'm not blaming Payne Wilson. He's a hell of a fucking rookie player, Trevor, but the one play he did come down and stop Lamar. I don't know why we didn't continue to keep fucking doing that. We're going to have Teach come in with his ears pinned back. Then, let's continue to keep having Payne come out on the left side.
I'd have to look at the film, but it could have been a blocking assignment too. Somebody missed Peyton on that play.
You're true.
I don't know.
True. No, I don't want to stay on it too long. I'm still pissed off about it. But the real question is, and I think what the viewers are interested in our opinions, Trevor, is the future of the Steelers.
Yeah. So we'll cut right to the chase here. Mike Tomlin basically said today he's not going anywhere, but there are major changes throughout the organization coming at multiple levels, I believe is what he alluded to. Obviously not at his position, and whether that means, I think that means anything all the way up to the OCDC situation. Yeah. Up to and including those 2 guys.
Mm-hmm.
Could include assistants. That could, who I want that to include? I want that to include the trainers, because consistently every single year when the NFLPA puts those grades out, we are graded at like a C- or a D or an F when it comes to the training room, and it shows. It shows. Our guys are tired late in the season because they're not getting the right treatment.
Yep.
How you fix that? I don't know. But you got to get a different training staff in there, because right now it's not working. These guys aren't conditioned, and that could be a camp thing too. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not there, but these guys are not getting the right treatment to last through a 17-plus game season. To me. So I think you start with the training room, and obviously McAfee was making the joke, hey, maybe it's the fans. Maybe they're not showing enough passion. It was a joke. Maybe the terrible towel's not working. Again, a joke. But no, I don't know what the solution is moving forward. I'm as dumbfounded as I've ever been as a Steelers fan. I'm even more dumbfounded than after we drafted Kenny Pickett. I'm being serious. I am, because I don't know what the solution is. I don't know, because again, we're in a spot where it's not a QB heavy draft. It's not a QB heavy draft. It's basically Shedeur Sanders, Cam Ward, maybe Jalen Milroe, and that's about it. Because obviously, what's his name? Carson Beck transferred to Miami. He's not coming out this season, and Drew Aller's not coming out either. So, what do you do at quarterback? Maybe Russ likes Tomlin. Tomlin likes Russ. Probably gonna keep Russ. Probably gonna let Fields go. Do I like that? Not really. Not really. I think, and I will say this on the part of Steelers Nation too. I've seen the comments. I've seen, Tone Diggs. I've seen a lot of people on Twitter. Steel Here Pod. Shout out to those guys. They're just more frustrated than they've ever been with this organization. And I am as well. Because they, as much as they showed that they're willing to change in the front office, a la bringing in Omar Khan, and he's doing his wheeling and dealing. They won't change the coach, obviously, and he's got a no trade clause, so we're stuck with him essentially. But we're not being terribly proactive in changing our way of doing things either. I understand there's a blue collar mentality, there's a philosophy to Steelers football. You got to make little tweaks in there as well. And on the state of the Steelers organization, my father texted me, by the grace of God, about an hour before this show, gave me a hell of a soundbite here, and I got his permission to use it. This is a Steeler fan that has been through thick and thin, been through the 70s, 80s, the 80s, and the disappointing seasons and results of the 90s all the way through the 2000s, 2010s, and up to now. And I quote from my father, Mr. Dean Dinsmore, thank you for this. Listening to Tomlin makes me want to hurl. I've always said this is the best organization in football. I stand corrected. I would say bottom half of the league. I feel like the rest of the league is passing them by. Roonies aren't willing to change, and the results on the field will not change. So if that's a lifelong Steelers fan saying that, and my father is the biggest Steelers fan that I know,
right?
He's saying that. I can't imagine, what the Fire Tomlin crowd is chanting, what, the recesses of Steelers Nation are chanting, and even on the forefront of Steelers Nation, it's an outcry. It's an outcry for some semblance of change here. A change from just being mediocre enough to hit the over on the win total and make the playoffs, and then immediately Homer Simpson's dad, your way out the door.
Right.
So, and another guy that made a pretty poignant comment on NFL Game Day, NFL Network, one Mr. Kyle Brandt, said, and I quote, there's 25 teams in the league that would be thrilled to be making the playoffs every year. There's an exclusive fraternity that would just hate making the playoffs every year because they stand for something different. The Steelers are not only in that fraternity, they are the president of that fraternity. Kyle Brandt, I salute you, sir. You always bring the honest opinions. You always bring the entertainment with NFL Game Day morning and all the programs that you're on. Made the most poignant statement of this whole shebang with Tomlin.
Yeah.
And more on him, he's at 8 seasons without a playoff win. Noel never had more than 4 consecutive seasons without a playoff win. Cowher never had 3. Tomlin is at more than those 2 guys combined.
Right.
At 8. And what happened within those Knoll and Cowher eras? There was a year or two that the Steelers kind of stunk.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when Knoll got there, 1969, the Steelers stunk.
Yep.
And you draft Terry Bradshaw.
God damn it.
Through the 90s, Cowher put together some good teams. Didn't exactly have the quarterback to get over the hump, including in Super Bowl 30. And then what happens after 2003? You go 6-10 in 03. You draft Ben at 11.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that that's what this team has to do. Obviously, we just lost to a quarterback that was drafted number 32 overall and could be a 3-time MVP when it's all said and done.
Mm-hmm.
Well, for this season anyway, he might have more ahead of him.
Right.
But all that to say, I know the Steelers aren't one of those 25 teams that are just like, yeah, we'd be thrilled to make the playoffs every year. Leave that to the Jets. Leave that to the Bears. Leave that to the Browns. Oh, we'd be thrilled to make the playoffs every year. Yes, 25 phones would ring if you released Tomlin today. But
yeah.
But, you know, look at the quality of those 25. There's like 7 or so teams that just can't stand just this level of football. The Steelers should be one of those teams.
Right. Right. No, good points. No.
Sorry for being long-winded,
no,
but
no,
I had a lot to get out there. I had a lot to get out.
Don't ever think that. No, that was good shit. I'd say this, and I appreciate Mr. Dinsmore, Dean's comments there. That hit hard. Kyle's comments struck.
Oh yeah. That was just before you go on. That was out of the blue too. I didn't even talk to my dad about. He just texted me that after he watched about 7 minutes of the Tomlin presser and shut it off.
Oh yeah, you have to. You had to.
Yeah, and
I mean,
made me glad I didn't watch it. But anyway, on to your take.
Yeah, seriously, I'm along with him. 20 minutes, Trevor. I'm ready to rip my fucking eardrums out because he's just bouncing around. But anyways, I'll say this. Yeah, 21st century, we're not there. We're not playing that football.
No.
And I'll say this. The thing with Knoll, he changed his ways in some of his schemes and whatnot. He changed with the times a little bit. Had Terry bomb it. Blonde bomber, you had Franco run the ball. Cowher was notorious with pounding it with Bettis, but they got Ben. They slung the fucking ball a little bit. It drove them nuts, but that's what they did. Tomlin will not change. He will not do it. And unless he says, hey, I got to change with the times here, we're fucked. That's the first thing. The second thing, I was in his press conference, and if you haven't watched it yet, go watch it. I don't know. I want to see how long you people can make it through. It's bringing up soft tissue injuries. Okay.
That's the training staff. That's
correct. So what I'd say,
go ahead.
They had a meeting yesterday.
I keep interrupting. I'm too fucked up about this.
No, you're fine.
That's the training staff. You got to go ahead. Soft tissue injuries.
So they were prevalent this season, and they had a meeting yesterday. Here's my thought, okay? If that was prevalent, and the training staff, I don't know how long this crew's been along, but yesterday you should have fired their asses. You should have said, fuck it. You guys aren't doing it enough. There shouldn't have been a discussion, Trevor. Okay? Either you didn't do enough this season. Fuck, our first round fucking draft pick. He's on the sideline because of a soft tissue injury.
2 snaps all season because of soft tissue injuries.
Yes, and Payne Wilson, I don't want to go. I don't know for sure what his injury was, but if it was soft tissue,
I think it was a leg or something.
Yeah, they should be out the fucking door, regardless. Or he needs to stop being stingy about it and spend the fucking money. I think that's the other thing. But I don't know. And for the future, folks, I have no idea. I'm as dumbfounded as Trevor is as well. I've never seen this. I'll say this though: when Ben on his podcast picked the Ravens to win, that should have sent fucking waves to people that there's something wrong here.
Yeah,
there needs to be a change, and it's not him being an asshole because he's retired and he doesn't want to be forgotten and he wants a headline. It's his honest opinion.
Yeah.
So, no, good conversation, Trevor. We needed to have it.
Yeah.
But,
you know what else I think they should change? They need to hire Chef Evan as the caterer. You see the food he's putting out there every week.
Yeah.
This past week it was like a burger, but it had like 3 layers of cheese inside of it. He had onions on it. Then he had I think he might have like a pierogi on it or something too. Like this guy's like authentic Pittsburgh, a huge Steeler fan too, getting better in front of the mic as well.
Yep.
Get him to cater. Get him to cater for the Steelers and get some of that, Pittsburgh gumption in him,
Yeah. No, and I'll say you ranked the facilities and shit at I believe that was in August or September in one of our episodes.
Yeah, long time ago.
The food was not good. Facilities weren't good, and the training staff was, I think, a D-.
Yeah.
Make a fucking changes.
We're good.
Yeah.
Well, that's you gotta spend that,
And I'll say this, and then I'm done, Trevor, and then you can have your lesson points. But when I go, if you've not been I apologize, Acrisure Stadium.
Call it Heinz Field. Just call it
Heinz Field. You walk through there, okay? The presentation, Trevor, they got the goddamn Lombardis down the middle of the walkway. You got the old lockers. You got all this history. It is the premier fucking team of the NFL. Act like it. Act like it. You go to Buffalo Stadium, they don't got shit like that. They're not even close. No, I'm not talking
Lombardi, I know that much.
Right. You go to Cleveland, I bet you their stadium's not like that. You got to live up to the fucking name, and they're not, and it's driving me nuts. I'm sick of looking at old highlights and wishing we were back there. I want to see the new highlights, and I can and cherish those. Yeah. But I can't.
Yeah. The aura is definitely not what it used to be.
No.
And we got to get back there.
Yeah.
We got to get back there.
No.
And if that means if the trend continues where perhaps a good team has to have an off season and we pick top 10, so be it, And if that's next season and then the draft comes to Pittsburgh in 2026 and the Steelers pick, say, I don't know, if Drew Aller gets good enough and he starts to change our franchise, like the formula's clear. Then if you're the Steelers, because that will happen like 3 consecutive times getting your franchise quarterback, you had to take a step back to take leaps forward.
Yep.
Maybe that's what needs to happen in order for us to wake up a little bit. I don't think we're going to wake up going into next season. I think it's going to be relatively status quo, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, and I agree with the comment in there. We do need a DC geared towards the offense and the defense personnel. Yeah, he did say that, Trevor.
What's that?
Art did say we should just run the ball.
Yeah. No, I know. Yeah. Adam Schatz. Yeah, they signed Skylar Thompson today. That'll make a difference.
No, they did not.
Yeah, I think they did. I think they did, actually. Let me verify that. Yeah. Yeah, signed with the Steelers per Sports Illustrated.
Oh my God. I might have an aneurysm on the fucking camera.
Trying to see what his deal was, but I know he's going to be a Steeler in 2025. So there you go. Thompson is probably going to be their QB3 though, because that Kyle Allen, I think he was on a 1-year deal as well. Like all our quarterbacks were on rented deals.
Right.
So,
but here's the thing. After a season like that, that's the headline. That's what we do, Trevor.
Yeah, that's the opening headline.
It's shits and giggles.
We need to change at multiple levels. Let's sign Skylar.
Adam, I appreciate that.
That'll move the needle.
I am so fucking hot right now, Trevor. whatever. All right, we got to
Probably
move
because you're
on.
wearing that long sleeve jersey, but it's
That really pisses. The fucking headline should have been, "We fired Terrell Austin." That should have been what.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Whatever.
That'd be good. Could be
So
coming.
fuck-
Could be coming. We'll see.
So fucking far up fucking Tomlin's ass. Unbelievable. Whatever. I got to move on before I say some off-color shit. Philadelphia. Actually, this is really good tie-in. I knew it was going to be a hard conversation. AJ Brown caught on the sidelines. Trevor, he launched a book club. He was caught on
that.
he was caught on the sideline reading. What the hell's the name of the book here?
They said it on the broadcast. I thought I wrote it down.
Inner Excellence.
That's it.
And
that's it.
There's things he's highlighted that I wish I had the screenshot to pull up. But I'm going to have to maybe get this book to better myself with the Steelers. Because it looked very inspirational.
Yeah.
It grew all the way on Amazon to top 1. So go get a copy.
I tell you what, let me look and see how much that is. I want to see how much that, because I might get a copy too. I've been looking for a new book to read. Other than I've been reading my Bible, yes, but I want something outside of that. Inner Excellence.
Yeah.
Inner Excellence by Jim Murphy, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
It's $16. That's not bad.
Yeah.
It's not bad at all, and you can get it on Kindle for $10.
Yeah.
If you got a Kindle.
Yeah. Go get a copy.
Yeah. Go get a copy of Inner Excellence.
Find your fucking inner peace.
Train your mind for extraordinary performance and the best possible life. Wow, that sounds like something Aaron Rodgers would read. I think that'd be cool. Anyway, was that all you had on AJ Brown? You just wanted to get a laugh at that?
When I was putting the fucking script together, I should have done a better job. That's just.
Oh, that's okay.
We're fucking all the way up here, and then we come down, and we're talking about peace, inner peace, whatever. All right, yeah, no, I'm done with my segment. That's yeah.
You sure?
Yeah, we went a little too long, but that's all right.
Yeah, you're fine, my friend. You're all right. Are we getting into mine then? All right, you're done with your news. Okay, cool. Sounds good. Cue up what's more likely, if you will, please.
Shit.
I'll take another sip of my Yingling Light over here from my Blue Moon glass.
Hell yeah. What's more likely with Trevor Dinsmore?
You're getting better at that each and every week, my friend. Good on you. FanDuel weekly specials. Always got to hit on them. We love our gambling. We love our gambling, and we love doing it responsibly. We don't want to sink the mortgage into the FanDuel. We just want to have some fun money to toss around. Maybe some fun money to toss around at these bets here. Nico Collins and Travis Kelce to combine for 225 receiving yards, or King Henry and Lamar Jackson to combine for 200-plus rushing yards and 2+ rushing TDs. The former in that equation is plus 850, the latter plus 700, and was accomplished in the Steelers game. Henry had the 2 touchdowns, and they had around 230 combined rushing yards.
Yeah. Lamar's banged up.
He is.
I know they want to admit to that. I'm going to go with the first one, Trevor. I feel more confident in that.
You're going to go Nico and Kelce 225 plus?
Yeah.
I'm still confident. I'm still confident in King Henry and Lamar to do their thing against the Bills defense. That's how they're going to win that game.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be running the ball.
Yep.
And how well they're going to do that at Orchard Park in the middle of winter, no earthly idea. But, I think it could happen. I wanted to check out some, what do we got here? Oh, and Nico. Whoa, Kelce didn't even crack 1,000 yards this season. Damn.
I just feel like he has something coming here. That's all.
He could. He could. Had 84 yards in the last game he played in. That was against Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
And then Nico had 122 in the game against the Chargers. So it could happen.
Yeah.
Could happen.
Yeah.
But anyway, tying into that, more likely young quarterback to pull off a massive road upset in the divisional round. Texas, CJ Stroud with the Houston Texans. They're plus 7.5 against Kansas City, or the Commanders with Jaden Daniels over the Lions. They're plus 8.5 now, plus 9. That line moved a little bit.
Ooh.
More likely to complete a road upset.
The Lions are too strong, Trevor. We're gonna have to go Texans there.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I quite frankly, I think both of those teams are going to lose and lose relatively handily. But I figured I'd spice up the conversation. See if there's any potential for a quote unquote miracle on Bourbon Street for either the Texans or the Commanders.
I'll say this too. The Commanders win. America's going to be fucking sad.
Yeah, probably.
It's
probably. I gotta imagine that's like I don't know. Obviously, most people want the Lions to win.
Right.
Go to the Super Bowl. If the Commanders go on and they would play, who would they play? The winner of the Rams Eagles game. I don't know. That'd be fun.
That would be interesting.
That'd be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, people like Jaden Daniels, people like what the Washington franchise is doing right now. I know everybody wants the Chiefs to lose, wants CJ Stroud to win. And if CJ Stroud wins that game, pulls it out in Arrowhead,
holy shit.
Look out for the hobby, buddy. Look out for because his stock is going to soar.
Stupid.
Yeah.
Stupid amount. Mm-hmm.
Oh, insane. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so those lines right now, actually, Kansas City's favored by 8, Detroit 9.5.
Okay.
So those lines moved ever so slightly since I researched them last night. Talked about this guy a little bit. One, Mike McCarthy, just had his contract expire with the Cowboys. And I brought up a few of the spots that he might land. Most likely landing spots for Mike McCarthy, Saints, Bears, or Jags.
Ooh.
Those are the three names that I've heard thrown around. I heard the Saints were the first to reach out, but the Bears or Jags might be better fits.
I see him at the Bears.
Think the Bears?
That's very interesting, but yes.
I'd like to stay. I don't know because the Jags just had a pretty similar minded coach with Doug Peterson, didn't have a whole lot of success. So I don't think that one's going to happen. I think it's going to be the first team that reached out to him, and the Saints.
Oh.
Yeah, he's going to try and unlock that offense a little bit.
Okay.
Whether that's with Derek Carr or with someone else.
I mean, all three, that's a storyline. Very, very interested in that. Where the hell? Mm-hmm.
Good call, Jeff Billy. McCarthy decision factor, which one has the best McDonald's? That's a good question. That's a very good question, actually.
Get down there to New Orleans and get some jambalaya.
I gotta say, is he like
I don't.
Does Mike McCarthy like Mardi Gras?
I don't know. Oh, could you imagine the beads?
Yeah. Oh my God!
Show him, Mike. Yeah. Show him.
You get a shit ton of beads for showing off that bare chest. Yeah, that'd be fantastic. I'd love that.
That's good.
Little tie into the Notre Dame Ohio State game that's happening on Monday, January 20th, national championship. Ohio State's favored by 8.5, but like Mike Tomlin, Notre Dame, we do not care. We are going to go in there, and the Irish are going to steamroll. More likely to be the higher total. Mentions of the Lou Holtz Ryan Day drama from last year on the pre-game day Pat McAfee show, or the spread of the game at kickoff. When I searched last night, it was at 8.5.
I'm gonna have to go with the spread.
Spread's going to be higher.
Yeah.
You don't think that Ty Schmidt's going to dress up in a Lou Holtz,
Oh God.
get up and do his lisp thing?
I hope not, but probably.
He's probably going to do it. It's going to be entertaining. You know.
Yeah, it will be.
You do it for the people. You do it for the people.
Yeah. Fuck.
And that line also shrinking as well. That one is to 8. It was at 9.5 for Ohio State, so it's leaning Notre Dame's way.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to say the mentions of the Lou Holtz Ryan Day drama.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd like to see it.
Yeah.
I like to see it.
Just out of it's just not.
Plus, you know, an angle I want to take into it. It's a little bit of revenge. A little bit of
revenge. Yeah.
For last
He's
year.
out of place.
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely he was. Absolutely he was. On the field, like I said, on the field, fine. Post-game presser, you have a chance to simmer down. He brings it up again. And I have not let that go since. I did not think we would get our shot at revenge this soon, but I'm glad we do. Yes, we're running into a buzzsaw, but so is Ohio State.
You know what they should do? They should walk Lou Holtz out at the end of the game when Notre Dame wins and just have him give him the fucking bird.
That'd be good. That'd be good.
On a fucking shirt, Trevor. Ryan Day just Lou Holtz just give him the finger.
That'd be good. Yeah. You know what they should do? They should do what they did in the old well, not old, but when Vince McMahon was in power, they'd a lot of times show him in like a press box or something, just looking down on his prey, seeing who's going to be the next person he avenges. They do that with Lou Holtz. Toss him in a press box, put the camera on him, like a lot, please. Like more than you're going to put it on Taylor Swift or whatever celebrity's fucking there.
You're right.
Like, think of it this way. Hire the staff that does the Chiefs games, the camera crew that does the Chiefs games, and just pan instead of Taylor Swift, just pan to Lou Holtz. Pan to Lou Holtz. Pan to Lou Holtz. Yeah. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. I'd like to see it. I'd like to see it. Talking quarterbacks here, both guys returning to college football next season, one of them in a new home, and I've brought both their names up on this program. Drew Aller and Carson Beck. Who's more likely to throw more touchdowns next season?
I hope it's Drew Aller, but
I hope so too. I don't think it's going to be. I think it's going to be the guy here and with that beautiful piece of humanity in Hannah Cavender.
Yeah, after we talked about that, I mean, I don't know how a guy that looks like fucking Sid from Ice Age can pull that. I mean, that's a discussion in itself.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck.
Yeah. I'm thinking Pete Davidson wrote a book and then Carson Beck read it. You know how much Pete Davidson pulled. I was going to say the P word, I refrain. You know how much, what Pete Davidson has pulled over the years.
Correct.
Carson Beck kind of adopting the same philosophy a little bit. But, the video they did on TikTok, it was cute. They did the you thing. Hannah Cavender was on the other side, and he was walking her little dog. And, it's good. It was
Someone needs to take that, Trevor, and fuck with it and put the saber-toothed tiger and the mammoth and the fucking squirrel in the background with the glaciers. That would be special. I might work on that tonight. Yeah.
Would you say he looks like Sid the Sloth from Ice Age?
Yeah, look it up. Seriously.
I know what Sid the Sloth looks like.
But you got to do the photos next to each other.
I got you. I'll do it. I'll do it tonight. I don't want to interrupt the show, but
I think it's Sid with a full sleeve.
Yeah, no, I got you. Yeah, it's got the sleeve on the left, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, plus that offense is going to be more geared toward the passing game with Allen and Singleton coming back. We're going to be more geared toward the run game, obviously. Yep. So you're saying Carson Beck as well?
Yeah, as much as
Carson Beck.
Yeah.
Yeah, as much. Yeah, I don't like to say it, but anyway. So pretty eventful Monday Night Raw these past couple weeks. A lot of big names declaring for the Royal Rumble. Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins threw their names into the mix this past Monday, as did one Mr. Chick Magnet Punk, who threw their names in last week, Roman Reigns and John Cena. Of those three that I just mentioned, CM Punk, Roman Reigns, John Cena, most likely to win the Royal Rumble. Because all three have really, really good reasons to do so.
I see they're on a high right now with CM Punk.
Yeah, the chants are louder than ever.
Yeah. So I feel CM Punk is gonna.
You think so?
Yeah.
Straight
edge, buddy. Straight edge.
Yeah. Oh, what could have been with the Straight Edge Society? I think that would have been cool.
Look in his eyes, Trevor. Look in his eyes.
Yeah. What do you see?
Yep.
Cult of Personality.
Yes.
Hell of a song. Oh, one of the best.
When they gear it up, it's like, fuck yeah, dude, let's go.
It's probably my second favorite theme music behind Shawn Michaels, I would say.
Yep.
I'm going to pick the man that you can't see, Mr. John Cena, who is on his retirement tour.
Yeah.
Give him the 3 Rumbles, which ties him with Stone Cold. I think that'd be cool. The pop that he's going to get for that.
Either one, I'm fine. Roman, fuck that. I want either CM or John, but I'll go see him.
Rochester Josh. Yeah, hell yeah. Irish by a billion. I dig it. Somebody's been watching that Napoleon Dynamite lookalike Irish by a fucking billion. Let's go. But yeah, man that you can't see. John Cena.
Right on.
I want to pull this guy's page up right before I talk about him. And a guy I was gushing over last night made his debut in WWE. Penta El Zero Miedo.
Oh, what a fucking hell.
You watched him? You watched the match with him and Gable?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Excellent stuff.
Yeah.
Michael Cole, on his entrance, made a comment. And I know you love your luchadors. You love Rey Mysterio. I think you know where I'm going with this.
Yep.
Just with all that he's done across the world with TNA, with AEW, with Trepea, New Japan, I believe, and all over the world. Just by debuting in WWE, Penta El Zero Miedo has solidified his spot as the number 2 luchador of all time. Who else are you putting up there?
Yeah, Guerrero.
Ooh. Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point. Tiger Mask, or what's his name? Tiger Mask, potentially.
Yeah. I don't know.
So probably number 3.
There's a way we can get around this. Let's say in ring.
Oh, by the way, I totally forgot. I got too excited about Penta that this is actually part of All In Race Checkerfold.
That's all right.
That's all right.
We can think about it. I'm excited for it.
Let's think about it. Cue it up. Think about it. Answer the question right after the fact. Okay. All In Race Checkerfold.
All right.
Okay, Penta, number 2 luchador of all time. Can you put him ahead of Eddie?
Let's say in-ring moves from just the product I saw and then the highlights leading up to this, because they brought it up, last week? There was whatever. I'll go race, but personality, he's 3rd.
That's fine.
Okay.
That's got to work on the English. Yeah.
Well, the low rider, you got the fucking,
that too. It's hard to top Eddie. Oh, totally. I completely forgot about Eddie. God God rest him.
Yep.
Completely forgot about him when I was writing that question. Oh, yeah, I say Rays too. He's a solid 3, though. I think by the end of it, if he makes enough of a legacy in WWE, it could be like a 2A, 2B. I mean, we know who's number 1. We know who's number 1. It's very much a case of we know who's number 1, and it's just a matter of, kind of who's behind them.
But, and that's just, other people out there might disagree, but, just it's tough. It's tough. I'm only WWE fan. You know what I mean? I'm not global
I get you.
wrestling.
Yeah.
Maybe global fans would have a better, but
hardcore fans. But
yeah.
But no, I watched Penta. I watched him when I was watching AEW. Saw some TNA shows with him on it as well. His hard-hitting luchador style, very impressive. Those overhand chops he was giving Chad Gable, those stung my chest.
Yeah, those were not fake.
It took my breath away for a second. Like,
boom.
Echoed throughout the arena. And the planches he was doing, and that Mexican driver that he did out of the corner. I'm crying just thinking about it. That was beautiful.
Well, she's she's just starting to watch, and she's like, "There's some moves." I'm like, this guy's really getting in his fucking bag here. Like, holy shit! Like, this is awesome.
He's got a deep bag. Don't you worry.
Yeah.
He's got a deep bag.
Yeah.
And I only hope that his brother can join him very, very soon, Mr. Ray Phoenix. I know he was hurt for a while. AEW tacked on some time to his contract, so we won't see him maybe until like later on this year.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd like to see that happen. See the Lucha Brothers, and they are actually brothers, Ray Phoenix and Penta El Cero Miedo.
Hell yeah!
Like to see them maybe make a tag team run. I think that'd be very cool. Imagine them versus like DIY and the Motor City Machine Guns. Sexual. Trevor want. Continuing with the wrestling theme here, All In, raise, check, or fold. You like Jey Uso, right? You like Jey Uso?
It's a love-hate.
It's a love-hate. I get it. He came out to Fiend last week with Travis Scott. Come on.
It was cool. That was cool. Travis drops the joint midway down. That was...
You can't do that on network television.
No.
That was beautiful.
It was.
Beautiful. Yeah. And, of course, with the return of, the debut of Raw on Netflix, we got Pat McAfee back, and we got him doing this on the desk, doing the yeet.
Yep.
Outside of Jey Uso, Pat McAfee is the best yeeter on the roster.
Oh, I feel so. Mm-hmm. All in.
Excellent. Mm-hmm. All in. Same.
He gets up on
no questions about
table.
Oh yeah. And credit to Michael Cole. He did it last week, not last week. He did it last week. He was sitting and doing it this time, which is what I was doing because I was exhausted from watching the Penta match.
Right.
But it was fun. Mm-hmm. Yes, I know that was like 3 or 4 segments later. I was still, exhausted from watching the Penta match. I love Penta so much. Yeah. I can see why. One George Kittle, does this all the time. It's so badass. So very excited.
Yeah.
From the highs of watching wrestling, we're going back to earth here with football.
Yeah.
And one last mention of Mike Tomlin. Despite another disappointing season, Mike Tomlin will be the head coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers until TJ Watt retires. All in, raise, check, or fold. Till TJ retires. Not Ken, TJ.
So, his contract ends, I believe, 27?
Believe you are correct. Let me verify. But I know he's 30 years old.
Oh, I'm sorry, Tomlin's.
Oh, that's a good question. Let me see if I can spot track that. I can only do players on spot track.
That's all right. I
know he got a 3-year extension before last year.
Yeah. So maybe even 26, 27 we're looking at here. Trevor, I don't know. I'll go Rays there.
Okay.
Tomlin, and folks need to get this too. His kids are very influential in everything except football.
Yeah.
His kid does play in college, but I believe the one's a rapper or a musician of some sort. And then the daughter's, she's in graphic design, clothing, what have you.
Fashion, something like that.
I mean, nothing to do with football. So I could see him walking out at 27. I really could.
Do you want that to happen?
Oh.
You don't have to answer that.
Give me a result. Just give me a fucking divisional. Come on.
That's fair. That's fair.
Come on. Just one game. Nine.
Yeah.
Show that your one Super Bowl's not on Gower's team. They're that. And you're not going to see a reporter in that fucking meeting room. Throw that out.
No.
But that's it. Prove that to me.
I got you.
I'm just an average white guy, 6'1", 235. Work a normal job, but prove it to me, Tomlin.
Hey, you weigh 235?
Yes.
I'm up to 175.
You look good though.
Yeah, I got a bit of a belly. Got to work on the diet, you know.
That's all right.
Yeah, it is what it is.
But prove it to me. Yeah.
Amen to that, my friend. I was at a Rays as well. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, moving on here.
Yeah.
Let's cut right to the chase. Vikings game. Sam Darnold looking like he's pissing his pants on pretty much every throw. The Vikings are a more cursed franchise than the Buffalo Bills. No.
Check.
Okay.
I'll tell you this.
Name me the cursed Bills moments other than the four falls of Buffalo.
Oh. Well,
you probably got some in the repository by being married to.
Well, so we sat down Saturday prior to the game.
Yeah.
Said, hey, let's watch this Jim Kelly Football Life. Okay. Jesus, I mean, his son, the whole community came behind that. I mean, he gets born with this rare disorder, dies very young, Trevor. Then he gets cancer. Then we have the horrible shooting up there. I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's worse. There's just DeMar Hamlin. I mean,
yeah.
You got what else? I mean, I'm trying to think of anything else that occurred. That 13 seconds. I mean, fuck. That.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
Wide left.
That's a good point.
Or wide right 2 times. Not
two
one
times.
time. 2 times.
2 times. 2 times. One was in the Bass was in the divisional.
Yeah.
That was in the divisional.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. I was thinking wide left with Gary Anderson back in the day. They've lost 4 Super Bowls themselves. Fran Tarkenton, the snap, just getting away from him. Steelers get a safety, and they can't really get anything going in that one. The 3-12 Cardinals knocked them out of a playoff spot in 2003.
Yeah.
Nate Poole. They gave McKee to the city. Green Bay did. Because of the Minnesota loss, Green Bay won the division and made the playoffs.
Jesus.
Yeah. Heartache. And then, the Case Keenum NFC Championship game. Christ's sake.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. And then, of course, last night with Sam Darnold, you have a 14-win team, and you go and shit your pants against the 10-win Rams.
Right. Well, and then, to add to the list, Trevor, Oh, this is going to be good.
Go ahead.
The only rings that Josh Allen's ever going to get is the rings on his agent's phone. So you can add that to the list too.
Oh, the engagement ring, wedding ring.
No.
He's engaged. He's engaged to a
He gave
very
it away.
beautiful woman.
He gave it
He
away.
gave it away. What? He actually gave it away?
No, he gave it to her. It's it's not his. I mean,
Oh, he's gonna get a wedding ring.
yeah.
I gotta exchange rings at the altar.
All right, we'll give him the wedding ring, I guess.
Okay. And the rings and the rings in the agent's phone.
Yeah.
Where's Taylor?
I
Go
said
get
it.
Taylor.
I said it in the group chat. No, seriously, that if you're a Bills fan, you got to be a special person, though. I mean, if you're like 50,
Loyal.
Trevor, if you're like 50 years old, you've been through some shit.
Oh, I know.
You've seen it all. All right.
Yes.
That's tough.
Not
That's
good.
tough. Yeah.
Not good.
They have my respect on that regard, but some of them are just too much for me, and I can't deal with it.
I'll say a high check. That's my final answer with that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So after watching the Ravens down the stretch here, beating the teams that they beat, obviously the Steelers twice,
Mm-hmm.
I think they're more equipped than the Bills to beat the Chiefs. Taking a couple shots at Buffalo fans here, I guess. I'm not saying that they're going to beat Buffalo in Buffalo,
Mm-hmm.
but I think they have more of a skill set, more of a toolkit to beat the Chiefs than the Bills do. Because the Bills is, of course, we have Josh Allen and you don't, which
Right.
historically has not been enough in the playoffs. But with the Ravens, you got Lamar, you got Derrick Henry, you got an improved receiving core and a defense that's playing really, really well. I don't know. I think they might be better apt to handle the Chiefs, especially when you got to go to Arrowhead. And I know what you're going to say. Oh, last year's AFC Championship game. Yeah, I know what happened. Lamar played out of his element. The Ravens played out of their element. Imagine them playing in their element, going to Kansas City and beat.
I gotta go check here.
You know, you go and check.
Yeah.
Okay. I was thinking Rays. But...
All your points are fair. I don't want you to think I'm disagreeing.
Yeah.
But Josh just, Trevor, I've just never. This is going to burn the Bills fans, so I'm going to say it. He's like Ben. Okay, the guy just fucking. No, sir. You think they're fucked, and he just reels them back. He doesn't give a fuck if he's going to get hurt. He doesn't care if it's ugly looking. He does it. He does it.
Yeah.
And I don't know how the fuck he does it with the lineup that they have. Keon Coleman has came out of a shell. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Mari Cooper signing him. Yeah. Oh yeah.
We knew Coleman had the tools, but yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Keep
going. And then you sign Cooper, and he's not really there. I mean, he's there, but he's not. It's kind of a disaster. They were really excited for the signing, but I haven't really seen it materialize. I mean, he's made some plays, but
sure.
And then the biggest thing, they were still going with Kincaid down. And Kincaid's a big fucking. He's like a Laporta for the Lions. He's important. So
that was against the Broncos, though.
Right. Oh, I mean,
like during the season, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they were still rolling. So, yeah, I think the Bills. I think they're the only. Well, they're the only ones that beat them, but I think they're the most equipped right now. If we're going to take down the fucking Chiefs, and that pains the shit out of me to say, but yeah.
Well, technically, the Broncos beat them too. But
yeah, the Broncos. Wow.
Beat their backers.
Yeah.
Beat Carson Wentz. Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah.
Long-winded. I apologize.
No worries. No worries. There's a new face in the music business. One by the name of Leangelo Ball, who goes by the artist name Jello, recently released the song Tweaker.
Yeah.
And it's pretty popular. Kind of went viral. Got 15 million streams on Spotify. As of yesterday, it's probably up to about 18, 19, or 20 today.
Right.
And his YouTube video for that had 8 million views, and it peaked on the charts at number 4, ahead of a Tyler the Creator song, Sticky, and Kendrick Lamar's TV, Off. Just signed an $8 million guaranteed, $13 million possible record deal with Def Jam and Universal Music Group, where he gets to retain ownership of his music under his label Born to Ball. That's Born with the number 2, Ball. Leangelo Ball made the right choice getting into the music business.
All in.
Yeah.
Didn't have anything in basketball anymore.
That's right. That's right. That's kind of what I was getting at. Not to take a jab at the Balls for not living up to LeVar's hype, but
no. And he's living the rapper lifestyle.
Yeah.
Just leave it there. I'm not going to go further with that. We're going.
That's okay. That's okay. I mean, hey, the Ball brothers, they're doing pretty good, right?
Oh,
LaMelo just signed, what was it, 203 over 5 years?
Yep.
Doing pretty good himself. Lonzo, in the last year of his Bulls, the overturning after a couple years off, bad knee injury that no one's ever returned from, and he's still being productive.
Mm-hmm.
Life is good for the Ball brothers. Who knew?
Yeah. What the hell would
Maybe it's time to bring the shoe back. The big baller brand shoes. You know, blow those up again. Toss LeVar Ball on an episode of First Take where he can brag about how he can beat MJ in a one-on-one.
That era TV
Let's do that
was
again.
just fucking bizarre.
I mean, I know, but we're going to need something after football's done here to entertain ourselves with. So toss LeVar Ball on TV. Watch the magic happen.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hell, bring him in to WWE again where he can take his shirt off and square up with The Miz. I think that's who he squared up. I can't remember who he squared up. You know, but I distinctly remember him squaring up with someone in the WWE ring and it being awkward as fuck. But anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway. So, yeah, I'm all in with that one as well. And now I get the transition right between this segment and the next segment. That is all I got for All In Race Checker Fold. It is time to move on to, on a scale of 1 to 10, are they fucked? Yes, it's back, folks. The normal version. On a scale of 1 to 10, are they?
Hell yeah. Nope. Yeah, that was right.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. You got it done, my friend. And I always love seeing Nicolas Cage every week. Sticking with basketball here, I've kind of tried to layer the sports in appropriately. That instead of just jumping from one to another to another to another. Continuing with basketball, on a scale of 1 to 10, are they fucked? The Golden State Warriors' chances of making the play-in. See how bad they've been doing?
Yeah, I mean, let's go 6. I
mean, Christ, Drew, they were at one point top 3 in the West. They're now 19 and 20, 4 and 6 in their last 10, and they're 12th in the West.
4. A 4.
They're only fucked at a 4?
Yeah. Oh,
really?
I fucked this up. 9.
It's negative now. It's negative now.
Yes, 9. 9. It's
9. Okay.
Yeah, here we go. Yeah, 9.
I was gonna say the Spurs are ahead of them right now by half a game, but still.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Let's go 9 there. That's gonna be tough.
I was thinking like a 7. Like a 7.
Okay.
They're kind of slipping. I think they can recover. They got the bodies to do so.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not too terribly high on them, even if they do make the play-in and make the playoffs. I think that's the Thunder's conference to lose.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like it. And the thing with the Thunder is they still got some more number 1 picks coming up, like first round picks, perhaps top 10 picks from other teams. So they're only going to get better.
Yeah.
They're only going to get better, and they're going to run the West for probably a little bit of time here.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. I got to take a little sip of my beverage. Yingling Light, a very underrated light beer. Very underrated. Underappreciated. Yeah. On a scale of 1 to 10, are they fucked? Anthony Edwards for racking up $285,000 in fines thus far this season. Recently got fined, what was it, $50,000 for an obscene gesture in a weekend game. He's also been fined for profanity, for criticizing the refs, profanity in media interviews, and more obscene gestures. 5 or 6 times he's been fined already? Is he in a little out of control?
Let's go 7.
7?
Okay. I like that.
Okay. You think the NBA is a little too sensitive with that sort of stuff?
Yeah, Silver has this fucking objective, Trevor. We know it.
Well, yeah, you got to appeal to the masses.
Yeah.
You don't do that, flipping the bird.
Right. But he's if it was some role player, yeah, but this guy's a star face of the fucking league. They're just gonna fine him.
Not gonna do shit.
No. They're not gonna suspend him because then they flip the fuck out because whatever. It's a whole goddamn.
Well, I mean, Christ, how many times has Joel Embiid been fined for doing this?
Right.
Like every other game, he's getting fined for doing that. I'm like, Joel, just do the DX thing in the locker room, in the hallway. Get it out of your system. Don't do it on the court. Yeah, I was thinking like a 5 or a 6. I'll say 5.
Yeah,
because like you said, it is a star, and he also, like I said, he got criticized. He was criticized, and the refs got fined for that. I'm like, I don't know why that's a finable thing. I guess you're like disparaging the league a little bit, but that just means you have to check your officiating if you're the NBA, which they've always had to do that. But
yeah, well, here's the thing. You tell me you sit him down, then the NBA is going to flip the fuck out because ticket sales are going down at Minnesota game if he's not playing.
Oh yeah. I
mean, that's point blank. It's same for the Bucks. If Giannis isn't playing, no one's going to care to go. Embiid for the Sixers. I mean, it goes down the line.
Brunson for the Knicks, Tatum for the Celtics.
Yeah.
SGA for the Thunder, what have you.
I'd love to see the average, how when that's announced, how much the price drops. You know what I mean? One day I'll have to look at that and see what the fuck. Yeah.
There's probably some site out there, some goons tracking that.
But it would be fucking interesting to see.
Some information. I don't know how reliable it is, but
yeah,
we'll be able to find it. Obviously, the NBA can track that. But
right.
Find some independent third party.
Right.
Nerds. Find some nerds.
Just fucking crushing numbers, Trevor. Just fuck.
Yeah. I mean, yes, I'm a nerd, but I'm a pro wrestling loving, Star Wars loving, Marvel loving, sports loving type of a nerd. I'm not a crunching the numbers type of a nerd.
Right.
I believe those are actually referred to as geeks. Geek squad. Sure. Get a geek squad on it.
I get down with that, everybody. It don't matter.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I love, I like geeks. I love geeks.
Yeah.
I love having one around just to tell me numbers all the time. Yeah. That's what half the people in our fantasy league do to me sometimes, but it's what it is.
Right.
Getting off of basketball back onto football. Rams Eagles this week.
Mm-hmm.
On a scale of 1 to 10, are they fucked? Over bets for this game. Over under is 44.5 on FanDuel. And let me just check here. I know that Eagles game was 22-10, combined 32 points.
Mm-hmm.
And I know the Rams defense has been dominant pretty much all year long. They've been very good. A combined 36 points in a 27-9 game. So both teams went under last week. And even though, you got star power at the running back positions, even at the receiver positions with A.J. Brown, Puka, Cooper Kupp.
Mhm.
I think this game's still going to go under. It's going to be one of those tough, fight it out type of a game. An 8.
Mhm.
I would say a 9.
Okay.
Yeah, if I'm going over under on this thing, I'm taking the under for sure.
Yeah, you should. Mhm.
Yeah, I think it'll be like a 20-17 type of a game.
Yeah.
Very close. Very close. And who knows, those 2 touchdowns from the Eagles might come from a tush push, but
Yeah.
still. I think both defenses are too good to let that get out of hand.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
So,
Both good.
yeah.
McVay, he's just a fucking scheming.
Oh, he's one of those geeks. He's a football geek.
I would hate to face him in the playoffs, Trevor. Just
Oh yeah. Well, with how hot the Rams are, too. Come on.
right.
Come
Right.
on. I mean, not gonna lie to you. In a pick'em league, I did an NFL playoff bracket. I picked the Rams to go to the NFC Championship game.
You know,
So in essence, I picked them to go to Philadelphia and win this week. Think it could happen.
it could. It could. And then Sirianni's, yeah, that's a whole. Next week will be interesting.
The Eagles are actually favored by 6 in that game on ESPN Bet. That's a decent amount. It's a decent amount.
Plus on that.
Take plus Rams on that?
Mm-hmm.
I probably would too, honestly.
That's
Eagles
very
8-1 at home though. Eagles are 8-1 at home.
Yeah.
It's tough. It's tough.
If Sirianni cries during the national anthem, take the Rams.
Yeah. Are they going to broadcast the national anthem? Well, yeah, they normally do for playoff games.
Yeah, they did last week, and you got a little salty in the eyes there.
Okay, so that's what I'm going to base it on. If he cries, take Rams money line or spread?
Take spread.
Spread? Okay, that's kind of safer. Yeah. I'm good with that.
I'm not making fun of him for showing his appreciation to the national anthem. Or the Star Spangled Banner. Let me just make that fucking clear.
No, I get that. He cried in the Super Bowl and lost.
And
I got it.
Yeah. There's a pattern here, Trevor.
A little bit of a pat. Although he cried last week a little bit and they won. So, but he was. Here's okay. I guess here's the deciding factor. He was damn near bawling in the Super Bowl. Okay?
Correct.
You know, he all around the eyes. He had the red around the eyes, and just water was flowing from his eye sockets.
Yep.
Last week it was more of just
soggy.
Yeah, sniffling. So if he's like bawling,
take the Rams.
Rams. If he's just a little bit of tears, not much going on around the eyes. Eagles.
Yeah.
Eagles, I would say.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Good. All right. On a scale of 1 to 10, are they fucked? I know we're kind of fixated on this topic amid the coaching carousel, but of course this gets all the national attention, so it trickles down to us. The Dallas Cowboys, if they hire Coach Prime and draft Shedeur Sanders, selling the farm, go get him.
I'm gonna have to say 7.
7? Oh, I was at an 8.
Yeah. It might work out.
It could. It's the absolute flashiest thing you can do. It is also the most boom bust thing you can do. Those tend to go hand in hand.
When I think of a Dallas coach, I think of a soft-spoken leader.
Yeah.
I see Dion coming in. Trevor, we already have enough of the glitz and glamour with the goddamn cheerleaders. Okay, and then you bring in this sideshow. Holy shit! I mean,
you know what I gotta do is I gotta start watching that Dallas Cowboys cheerleader show. I think it's on CMT or something.
Yeah,
I gotta figure that out. Start recording it.
But Jerry, they make this move. He's just thinking money, not football. That's it. Endorsements.
Well,
That's it.
yeah. Yes.
Sad.
You expect that from Jerry Jones?
And I can't wait. There's a very interesting question we're going to have. Yeah.
For debate time?
Oh,
Are we talking the Cowboys again?
yeah, we're towing the line.
Okay. All right. Cool. Yeah. Did I say where I was? I think I said Nate. Okay.
Yep.
I'm cool. I'm good with that.
Yep.
Sticking with football, but going to the college ranks. And as great as this 12-team playoff has been, and it has been phenomenal. And I've heard a few chirpers out there that are like, well, the best 4 teams weren't playing for the playoff. I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Right.
Yes, the format was screwy this year, okay? Oregon got fucked. I got that. I get it.
Yep.
But it gives a chance for these underdogs, these 7 and 8 seeds, like Ohio State, like Notre Dame. I think 7 and 8 seeds. Actually, 7 versus the 8. Notre Dame was number 7.
Mm-hmm.
I believe they were number 7. I'll verify that in a minute. So for those that want that 14 playoff back, it's not going to happen, first of all. And second of all, please stop watching college football because you're going to be stuck in 2014 for the rest of your damn life.
Correct.
On a scale of 1 to 10, are they fucked statement? College football's bowl mania amid the new 12-team playoff. Because it's like March Madness. You put a bracket in front of somebody, they're going to pay attention to that and only that. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know anyone that pays attention to the NIT. I know very few goons and sickos that pay attention to bowl mania.
Right. I'm going to say an 8, Trevor.
I was going all the way to a 10.
Maybe even, yeah.
I was going all the way to a 10 with that one.
Well, I mean, and they touched on it on PMS.
Yeah.
They the sponsors. I mean, it's going to get interesting. It's going to get interesting.
Yeah. I mean, there's a few that are entertaining. All of the Pop Tarts Bowl. That one's fun. Duke's Mayo Bowl.
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg's Arizona Bowl gives me an excuse to see Snoop Dogg on my screen.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. Like, you got like Marshall and UAB going at it.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah.
I just don't care. Give me these playoff games now, especially because there's so many of them.
Right.
So, and Ohio State, Notre Dame is the 8 versus the 7. Ohio State being the 8, Notre Dame the 7.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, college football sickos fans. I don't like bowl mania anymore. I don't. I used to fill out the brackets. I used to fill out, how they do the confidence rankings, and I used to do that. I don't really do that anymore. I haven't done it the last couple of years now.
Mm-hmm.
Especially now with the 12-team playoff. Like, I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, sorry to end that on a sour note, but figured we wanted to embrace this negativity once again, getting back to on a scale of 1 to 10, are they fucked, instead of, some of the other stuff that I've been doing, New Year's resolutions and with Christmas and all that good stuff. Wanted to get back down to earth here. A little bit of tough love for the viewers out there. A little bit more of an exchange back and forth coming up with debate time.
Yes. Yeah. Good shit. All right.
Told y'all to stick around for the 2 hours.
Right. Good shit.
Yes, sir.
Another segment here at debate time. Close us out. We got 4 questions. Trevor has some questions he's going to throw in there too.
Yes, sir.
I guess prompts to debate. Be proper. Heinz ketchup or other ketchup? This has been a discussion amongst coworkers, friends. Trevor.
Wait, what? They use a different ketchup?
Yes.
What do they use?
Heinz.
That is the only acceptable alternative, and only on very rare occasions.
Okay. I'm strictly Heinz.
Same.
Yeah.
That is the only ketchup in my household. I only have Hunt's if the restaurant has that.
Right.
If they have anything other than Hunt's or Heinz, I send it back. I ask for a dish where I don't need ketchup. I ask for some chicken Alfredo or some fettuccine or it's something along. But I don't get fries basically, or I put mustard on them.
Right.
Mustard on fries, not bad actually, not bad.
No.
Better than off-brand ketchup.
Yeah. No. Great Value will not fucking cut it. Okay?
Oof.
All right, this is not fucking juniversity here. This is fucking big time.
Oof. I love my parents. I do.
Yeah.
They used to buy store brand ketchup, and it used to be watery as hell. And the hot dog, the bun would just be soaked in the water
it up.
Yeah, same thing. And then I'd put the ketchup on my fries. You know how I do it. I put it on top. And there would just be a puddle at the bottom of that, and the fries would get soggy. No. So literally every time I go home now, they either have Heinz on hand. They know to have Heinz because I'm coming around, or they know I will run down to the grocery store to Elk County Foods, get some Heinz, and bring it back to them as a gift, and save them from the evil that is any other ketchup.
Right. And a good point here with the watery. It's like pulp. It's like the pulp in orange juice. Okay, it fucks it up. Just
grinds my gears.
Yeah,
grinds my gears.
Yeah, and if you're a pulp drinker out there, good for you. But I cannot fucking do it. It gets caught in my teeth.
Some pulp, some, not a lot.
Okay,
not a lot. Some.
But
like Tony Soprano likes it. Some pulp.
Yeah, you plop it out there, and you get you got a pond with the substance.
Yeah.
Not good. Good. Okay.
Normally I get the no pulp, but some pulp is fine.
Okay. We kind of got a tour right there. That was not all right.
Yeah, you really hit on a sensitive topic.
It's serious shit.
No, I'm aware it is.
Yeah.
That's more serious than is a hot dog, a sandwich. Especially around these parts in Pittsburgh. Are you kidding me?
Right.
You walk into a Pittsburgh household and they got something other than Heinz, you are walking straight the fuck out and never talking to that person again.
Or you come to a party, to a barbecue, and you bring Heinz.
Oh.
Fucking deck that over your head.
Fucking kill me, man. No, you don't do that. You don't do that. You run the Giant Eagle, you use your rewards card, you wait in line for 3 minutes, you get the Heinz, and you bring it back. I don't care how long it takes.
Right. Great.
Getting fired up about ketchup over here.
No, it's a serious topic.
No, it is, especially in my house. I take my condiments seriously.
I do. Yeah, it could fuck up a whole meal if you don't have the right ones.
Amen to that.
Well, this is gonna really. Will the Cowboys only have success after Jerry Jones dies?
Oh, you go from Heinz to that?
Yeah.
Oh my Lord, Billy. Yes.
I agree.
Just judging from the pattern of what I've seen over the last 20 years of football fandom, yes.
Yeah. He will not relinquish the power. So that's the alternative.
Yeah.
There's other leaders that I'd like to throw out there, Trevor, but I don't think it's appropriate right now. But
that's fine.
We'll just leave it there.
I'm just gonna say yes, and I don't feel like talking about that anymore. Because we're talking about people. You go from Hunts to people dying, and I'm like, emotional roller coaster, ladies and gentlemen. Right. I'm not the only one that takes you on this shit. Billy does too.
Greatest. Fuck. All right. Greatest six man, in your opinion, all time for the NBA?
Ooh. The one that immediately comes to mind is Lou Williams.
Yep.
Ooh. That's a very good question.
Yeah, I had Jamal Crawford. I know that's a.
Ooh, Jamal Crawford's a good one.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I don't know a lot of sixth men. I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna Google it.
That's fine.
Best. Jason Terry.
Jason Terry, yeah, the Jet.
Yeah, Crawford was up there. Oh, Manu. How could I forget Manu?
Yep.
Came off the bench. Iggy. Yeah.
Oh, Iggy's up there for me too. Yeah.
Iggy's up there. Robert Ory.
Oh, yep.
McHale.
Mm-hmm.
Vinny Johnson. Kukoc. Oh, Hondo. How could I forget Hondo?
Yeah.
I'll say Lou Williams, though. I'll stick with Lou Williams just because I was able to see him in person.
Okay.
Well, not in person, like on my television set.
Right. I'd say Jamal. Lou's up there. Totally forgot about Iggy. Iggy is definitely top 3 for me.
Yes.
With the Warriors. But
Bill Walton.
Bill Walton as well. Yeah. Oh shit.
Oh, shout out to legendary name Detlef Shrimp.
Oh,
former Pacer. Yeah.
Fucking Dirk looked up to him. Loved him.
Yeah.
He had him at his retirement. Yeah. It was good shit.
Beautiful.
Very good. Yeah. Played for the Sonics, if I'm not mistaken, as well.
Yeah. I believe was drafted by them. Let me look at that. You can ask the next
What
question.
a blast from the past, Trevor. Very good.
Deadlift. Yeah. Well, I was literally scrolling through Yardbreaker and I found it. Because 6 men, I'll admit, 6 men, not my forte. Not my forte when it comes to basketball knowledge. So, yeah. Oh, was drafted by the Mavs. That's right.
Okay.
Drafted by the Mavs in '85. Actually coached the Supersonics in some of their last years in Seattle in '05 to '07. Was an assistant coach.
Hell yeah. So, good shit.
Two-time 6 man of the year. 2-time 6 man of the year. 91, 92.
Hell yeah. And to wrap it up, I think a question that I was getting nervous there in our discussions, but who are the Steelers drafting? What position? This
first round?
Yep.
First round?
Mm-hmm.
Receiver?
10-4.
Receiver.
10-4. Okay. I agree. They need to.
Preferably one that won't get hurt in training camp.
I'm excited to see him, though. Rome.
Same, but with the shit that's come out about Pickens missing, coming late to games. He came late to the Christmas game. Only arrived 2 hours before kickoff. Not good.
What the fuck he's doing?
And his attitude problems, arguing with the fans on the field, and taking his helmet off, throwing temper tantrums. Like you're gonna need another number 1 guy.
Yeah.
Go get that guy from Ohio State, please. I forget his name at the moment, but go get him.
Okay.
If he comes out for the draft, I don't know.
Yeah.
I want to actually say his name before
you're good.
I get off. Not a Buka. What's his name here? What's his name? Big dude. Number 4, Jeremiah Smith. That's it.
Jeremiah Smith.
Yeah, okay. Jeremiah Smith. He is a freshman though, so he can't technically come out yet. But
put him on the watch list.
Get him in 26 if he comes out.
Yeah.
That'd be good. I mean, hell, I'd like a Buka.
Okay. Need a physical guy. I want a fucking Hines Ward, Trevor. That's what I want. I want a fucking
a modern day Hines Ward. Yeah. I would say Ibuka kind of fits that bill.
Doesn't have to be the fastest fucking guy. Just do what the fuck we need.
The block.
Yeah. Not just throwing your body out there like a goddamn, a floater or floaty in the water in the fucking pool, just like a fucking pool noodle. Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah, I will say this isn't the strongest wide receiver draft. I'd say Ibuka's up there. You got Trey Harris, that Restrepo from Miami, Isaiah Bond from Texas.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. That McMillan from Arizona had a great season for them.
Yeah.
could go. I probably won't be drafted where we need him to be, but Ibuka listed as wide receiver 3 right now on PFF. So I don't know. We'll see where we fall in terms of the draft picks. Obviously, past 16, but
Right. Okay. Good shit. Good shit. Yeah, but anything else for debate time, Trevor?
Yeah, I got a couple here. We'll actually start with our Be a Man question.
Yep.
The Buckle Up with the Boys Be a Man question of the week. What is more important to developing into being the best man that you can be? Knowing all the right answers or knowing all the right questions?
Ooh. Knowing all the right answers or knowing all the right questions?
Knowing all the right answers to the situations you're in, or knowing like who to ask and what to ask. If you need help.
I say questions.
I'm with you. Questions. Absolutely.
Rather ask than tell.
Yeah. You learn more that way. You just kind of, especially at the age that we're at right now, we're not at any real position to be giving anybody any wisdom on quote unquote developing into a man.
No.
My dad, my grandfather, much more so, likely because they've asked the right questions to the right people and developed into the men that they are today.
Right.
Figure it out as you go along, ask questions along the way, and just know that you're not going to know everything. You're never going to do that.
No.
So there's no point in acting like it.
Right. So. I agree. Good shit. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Figured that'd be a nice little insightful one for you.
Yeah.
And on to one that I figure we will have a decently, I have probably a few minutes of a conversation.
Okay.
One I asked you to think about pre-show. Mm-hmm. Most memorable movie cameo by a pro athlete or wrestler, in your opinion.
So
I'm not talking main roles here either. Like Roddy Piper and the movie that he and Hulk Hogan's movies. None of that. Just cameo. Shows up for like a scene or two. Or, is somewhat of a background character. Things like that. Not the main character in a movie. Like John Cena's The Marines. Not that.
Okay. I'd say Steve Austin's Stone Cold and Grown Ups at the party.
Oh, yes. That's a good one.
Yes.
That's Tommy Cavanaugh he plays.
Yes.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right. Lenny Fader's bully from middle or high school, whatever it was.
Yep.
Yeah. Dresses up as the Terminator at the party. Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
A little nugget there.
I made a whole list of these, and I actually I picked my favorites, but I actually have a first, second, and a third for you. So in third, I have Mike Ditka in Kicking and Screaming, where he plays the youth soccer coach along with Will Ferrell's character.
Yes.
Second overall, I have Derek Jeter in The Other Guys. Mark Wahlberg's character shoots him, kind of ruins his cop career for a while. And then in first, before I get to first, honorable mention, Johnny McEnroe and Mr. Deeds.
Yes.
Where he's throwing eggs at the car with him, smoking a cigar, and
it's good shit.
Beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. But in first has to go along with my favorite superhero, Randy Savage as Bonesaw in Spider-Man 1. Tobey Maguire back.
Oh, very good.
I got you for 3 minutes. 3 minutes of playtime.
Yeah. It's good shit.
Makes the most of what you expect him to be and how he fits into that movie. Makes the most of his 3 minutes on screen in that film. So that's my favorite. That's my favorite. Another one, and I probably would put this at fourth. You might put this a little higher. Mike Tyson in The Hangover.
It's up there.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of
the good ones, huh?
Yeah, that's high.
I can feel it Coming in the.
Yeah. I mean, again, if you haven't seen that scene, you live under a rock. You gotta watch it. I mean, fuck. It's good shit.
Yeah. I got a few other ones I wanted to mention and give respect to.
Yep.
Basically, everybody that was in Space Jam. Phenomenal film. Muggsy Bogues, Larry Johnson, Larry Bird, Charles Barkley, so on and so forth. Hulk Hogan, Rocky 3.
Yes.
Thunderlips.
Yes.
TB12, Tom Brady and Ted 2.
Yeah.
Ted 2 for a solid few minutes. Roger Clemens in Anger Management.
Yeah.
Chill, Rocket. Goose Fraba. Goose Fraba.
And I bet you a lot of people look back, they don't even know he's in that.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I caught it.
Yeah.
I got it.
Yeah.
Mayor Giuliani's in that one, too.
I love it.
And then shout outs to Kevin Garnett in Uncut Gems and Lee Trevino in Happy Gilmore.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's good shit.
Yeah. Oh, what was Lee Trevino's line in there? Somebody had a beard. I can't remember. Who had the beard?
The fucking caddy, right? No?
No, I gotta look it up.
Oh, okay. God, I'm gonna have to watch it back. I've watched it probably 50 times.
Oh, jeez. Lee Trevino. What did he say? Shit. Grizzly Adams did have a beard. That's what he says.
Oh, yes.
Grizzly Adams. I couldn't remember Grizzly Adams.
Yeah. No. Yep.
Yeah. Grizzly Adams had a beard. Grizzly Adams did have a beard.
Yeah.
It's just Lee Trevino.
Good shit.
It's beautiful.
Good shit.
Oh, couple in the Waterboy, LT and the Big Show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Captain Insano.
And that's throwback show.
Yeah, a lot of throwback, a lot of Sandler stuff. Really.
Yeah.
He gets the athletes all the time. Mm-hmm. I can't wait for the cameos in the new Happy Gilmore film.
Oh, very excited for that. Very excited for that.
I know Eminem's supposed to do it. Will Zalatoris is in it. Bryson DeChambeau. Not an athlete, but Sydney Sweeney. My God.
Fucking Kelsey. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
She's playing a cart girl, I think, maybe.
Sweeney is, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what Travis's role is. I'm not really excited for that, but
we'll see.
Yeah. No, good shit.
Yeah, that's all I got for debate time. So
yeah.
Take us out, Billy.
All right, everybody. It was a pleasure. I'm happy the voice kind of stayed here a little bit. Sorry for that. We'll be better next week. Get some tea in me, some honey. But no, as always, we appreciate you staying along with this journey. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to subscribe, like, comment, share. If you have somebody in your family that's a sports fanatic, send them our way. Your uncle, your grandma, your weird fucking neighbor, anybody, send them our way. We'd love to have a chat with them in our comments. As also, make sure to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and also follow us on TikTok. We're on there now. Going to be doing a better job putting more shorts on there on all platforms. And also,
hopefully they don't get banned.
Yeah, we're definitely one debate question. We might, we're not gonna, but
we'll see.
We love towing the line. But anyways, have a good day. Have a good night. Stay safe out there. God bless. This was another episode of Buckle Up with the Boys with your host, your DB, and host Trevor Dinsmore. And we'll see you next Tuesday, 8 o'clock. All gas, no breaks.
Yes, sir. Go Irish.
Hell yeah.